You see, we all take so many things for granted. We get up, we go to work in the morning, or if we don't work, we're retired or we're housewives or whatever. We get up, we go to the gym, we go to the supermarket, and we often completely forget about the people behind the scenes who make life possible and comfortable for all of us. Welcome to Donu'S Week, which is about what I've been up to for the past 7 days. The people I've interacted with, the places I've been to, the things I've done and not done, and the thoughts I've had. Hello everyone. So, let me tell you what I've been up to in the past few days. Monday was good and bad. Bad because some Nigerian politicians in a part of the country called Delta State really pissed me off. If you want to know why they pissed me off, you can watch my video from 2 days ago called Nigeria Unfiltered. But every cloud has a silver lining, and on Monday, I had the pleasure of welcoming an old friend to Nigeria, to Abuja specifically. His name is Patrick Smith. We've been friends since we were youngsters, and we've worked together on and off probably for 40 years. And he's kind of like my boss at the moment because he's editor-in-chief of a magazine called Africa Report, for which I write. And he came to attend a conference about climate change and other interesting topics. So it was great to see him. He lives in London. He shuttles between London and Paris. So seeing him in Nigeria was wonderful. We had dinner on Monday night with another wonderful English guy called Kevin. I will not reveal his surname or his job or whatever. Let's just say he also lives in Abuja. And he treated us to a great dinner. And we love you, Kevin. You might want to know why I don't want to name him, because I can be so controversial sometimes around politics. And, Kevin's not the kind of guy who wants to get involved in other people's political controversies. Whereas Patrick is a journalist like me, so, he's used to being with somebody who speaks their mind and says all kinds of outrageous things from time to time. But Kevin is a more civilized human being, so that's why I'm not naming him in full. Okay, so on Tuesday, I went to a very interesting diplomatic function hosted by the Mexican ambassador. Very impressive gentleman. Mexico does a lot of stuff with Nigeria nowadays. And I think this was about the Mexico-Nigeria Chamber of Commerce and the statistics about Mexico's own productivity and economy, which were trotted out at this event, were really impressive. I mean, honestly, I had no idea that Mexico was such a successful economy, at least compared to the economy here in Nigeria. And it made me wonder why President Trump doesn't regard Mexico as a sort of potentially great ally, rather than some problem bunch of people he has to build a wall to keep out of the United States. But let's leave that argument and question details about such thoughts for another day. Then later on, I went to listen to Patrick and some other friends talking about at the conference that they came for. Okay, so Thursday was International Workers' Day, which is a public holiday in Nigeria where I am at the moment. And so I seized the opportunity to take some time off work and go to a garden festival that was organized by Ayamba, a girlfriend of mine. She started off doing gardening as a hobby and now does it professionally. And she's got some gorgeous plants, which you will soon see flashed up on the screen. And I bought a few from her. And, I really think that, nature, plants, even if you can only put a few pots on your balcony, makes such a difference. It uplifts me in the morning to wake up and see these lovely plants on my balcony. Thank you, Ayamba. thank God it's Friday. And my thought for today is linked to International Workers' Day. You see, we all take so many things for granted. We get up, we go to work in the morning, or if we don't work, we're retired or we're housewives or whatever. We get up, we go to the gym, we go to the supermarket, and we often completely forget about the people behind the scenes who make life possible and comfortable for all of us. Yeah? It's easy to take them for granted. So today's food for thought is just a tribute to the unseen workers of the world. Because we all kind of respect and notice our doctors or our lawyers or celebrities, because even if you're a celebrity, you're still working. Acting is working, modeling is working. So we tend to appreciate the people who have these sort of high profile or sort of prestigious professions. But we forget about the people who empty our dustbins, the people who keep the hospital going, not just the nurses, but the cleaners, the people who deal with the x-rays, the people who fix the machines, the equipment, and the people who drive the buses. In London, which is my other home, some people, when they get onto the bus, as they're leaving, they turn around and they thank the driver, which they should. I often forget. But these are the people we don't really see. You climb onto the bus, you don't even look at the face of the person who's driving it. You just pay your money or flash your bus pass, and you sit down and you get off the bus. And, they're all human beings. They're making life more pleasant, more practical, easier for us. And so, workers, I always remember, I think it was Rousseau, the French philosopher. I'm not sure, but I think it was Rousseau who said, workers of the world unite. You have nothing to lose but your chains. And, there have been so many times in history when the hardworking masses, the ordinary guys and girls and women and men on the streets, in the factories and on the farms, the people who do night shifts, the people who do really boring jobs just to keep society going. There have been times when they've wanted to rebel, or they've tried to rebel, or they've successfully rebelled, to draw our attention to what they do for us. They are often underpaid, as I said, constantly underappreciated. So let us seize this opportunity of the week in which workers are celebrated internationally to actually celebrate them. Because, for most people, International Workers' Day is just, another public holiday, another chance not to go to work. They don't really think about the people to whom the day is dedicated. And the better you treat the workers in your life, in your society, the less likely the society is to be toxic or disruptive. People don't go on strike if they're happy and they're being treated properly. People don't start revolutions if there's justice. So let's make sure that the workers of the world, especially the ones around us, and especially the ones in the poorer developing countries who are even more exploited than workers in, the Western world, for example, let's make sure they don't feel as if they're in chains. They don't feel invisible and ignored. They don't feel as if they've got to fight back, as if they've got nothing to lose. The workers of the world are our friends, our facilitators, our brethren, our protectors, and they deserve our gratitude, and we need them, and we must definitely should thank them. Okay, so before I round up this week, let me tell you about the Donu'S World Club, which I've mentioned a couple of times in recent weeks. Wanted to set up this club that will give my viewers the opportunity to interact with each other in chat rooms and, to interact more with me as well. So far, we've not had a very strong response to this suggestion that people register to join the club and have a more interactive relationship with me and create a kind of community of Donu'S world viewers, which is fine. Not every idea that sounds good on paper works in real life, or maybe we just need more time before we try and take this idea forward. But for now, I'm putting the club idea on hold. Some people have signed up, but not enough to do a club thing, you know? So I'll just try and be a little bit more clubby on viewers' voices, which I do on Sunday to give my viewers a voice. So thank you very much for listening. See you soon.